Good afternoon, third grade. Welcome back to your art class. Today, Miss Clausius is not here. She's attending a conference along with Mrs. Kaiser. Today, you're going to work with the substitute teacher on a really exciting Halloween project. And I'm here to show you the steps of the project. During your work time, feel free to ask a friend or ask the substitute teacher for help as well. Remember, our CHAMPS board tells us about our conversation levels, as well as strategies for help, and reasons that it's okay to move, and what participation looks like during our work time. The project we're going to be making today is a really neat three-dimensional bat decoration that you'll be able to take home with you today to have at your homes for Halloween. To get started, I'm going to need to get some supplies out. The supplies that I need today, I need a pair of scissors. I'm also going to need a black crayon. I'll have a paper towel tube, and on that paper towel tube, there's a couple places where there's a small rectangle cut on each side. And then there's a black paper that is the pattern for the wings of my bat. When you get supplies today, please follow the sub's instructions. Remember, it may be different than how Miss Clausius has you get supplies. I'm going to begin to work on my bat, and the first thing I need to do is with my black crayon, color in the paper towel tube so that it'll be black for the body of the bat also. So I'll take some time and color that in. You can see that the crayon will cover up the color of the brown tube very easily. I'm not going to take the whole time during the video to color mine in, but I want you to be able to have the time during class. So I'm going to move on to the next step. Once my bat body is colored in, then with my pair of scissors, I need to cut out the shape for the bat wings. The paper is black, and there is on one side the shape that gets cut out for the wings. It's a little hard to see because the line is also done in black, but if we look carefully, you will see that on your paper. And I'll follow the lines as I'm cutting that part out. When I get one side of the bat wing pattern done, it should look like this. Then I need to come over and do the other side of the pattern too. So I'll take a moment here to cut that part out. Remember, any scraps I have, we'll put in the recycling bin. Now, when I have it cut out, my pattern should look like this for my bat. Now, to make the wings, there's one more step that we have to do before we put it on the body for the bat. We need to do an accordion fold. Some of us might think about making a fan when it's really hot outside in the summertime and we've folded paper back and forth. It's the same fold that we're going to use for that part. So to begin with, I'm going to fold over a little bit of the paper. You can see here that I didn't make a big first fold. It's probably about the thickness of my thumb. I want to make sure that as I make my wings, they're going to be able to fit inside those rectangles. Once I have that folded, I'm going to press it down and crease it. Then remember, you need to turn your paper over before you fold it the other direction. And I'm going to keep going and turning that paper over after I crease that fold until I get all the way to the other end of my paper. This is going to be what helps form the wings of my bat to be three-dimensional, as you saw in the example. So I'm finishing up those folds. When I get down to where I cut pieces out, I'm still going to continue folding in that part. So I'll keep finishing this fold. When I have it folded, I should have something like this. You'll notice that if you kind of pull it apart, it's kind of stretchy like an accordion would be. But we do want to leave that closed up for right now because we have to add that to our bat. Now I'm going to get my body. Remember, I didn't finish coloring mine, but yours will be colored in all the way. And I'm going to go to one end of my wings, and I'm going to slide it into that rectangle. Then I'm going to make sure that I begin to bring that wing out through the other side. So I'm going to maybe have to put some fingers inside one end of the tube to help me move that paper through. And then I'm going to carefully, once it's through, begin to pull that paper through. I want to stop when I get near the middle of the paper. Now, you can see that we're not quite done yet, as our wings and the body don't look the same as the one in the finished example. We're going to work with the wings first here. To make the wings more three-dimensional, I'm going to kind of tug gently. Remember, it's only paper. If I tug too hard, it can tear. I'm going to tug to open it up, and then I'm just going to fold the edge over a little bit, just kind of curl it around. That should help hold that wing open nice and big, just like you saw on that example. Then I'm going to do the other wing as well. So I'm going to take the ends, tug gently, and fold around, curve that around the other wing. Now, I have the wings for my bat done, but I need to finish the body because I want to get the shape for that body. To do this part, I'm going to start with the top. And on the top, I'm going to just press in with my fingers on one side. And you can see what that will look like. Then I'm going to turn it so it's easier for me. You don't need to turn it, but I find it easier to have that side closest to me. And then I'm going to fold the other part in. I may have to kind of crease the cardboard tube a little bit, but that'll make the top of the bat. Now, we still need to finish the bottom, and the bottom is done much the same way. But I'm going to turn my bat upside down right now, so it's easier for me to do this part. This time, I'm going to do the same fold, but I'm going to go from the side of a wing, and I'm going to fold it in. Remember, you may have to crease the cardboard tube a little bit. There's one side that's ready, but I still have the side over here to complete. So I'm going to turn it again because that's easier for me, and I'm going to fold the other side in. Crease a cardboard tube if you need to. And there is my bat. Now remember, my body I didn't take the time to color in, but your bats will look much like this one today. I hope you enjoy working with the substitute to make the Halloween project, and I look forward to seeing you guys next art class. Have a great work day. Enjoy your project. When you're finished, make sure that we put scraps in the recycling, we put our scissors back, we return the black crayon to the container that the substitute had out for supplies, as they'll need to be used again in another class. And then I'm ready for free draw. And your project, you'll be taking that home with you today. Have a good work time. I'll see you next art class.